Yeah. Hello students, today we will learn about directed numbers. Now you have learned about integers and it is exactly the same, but then we call it directed numbers because we assign direction. Now you will see when you want to write the temperature 2 degrees below 0. How do we write that? 2 degrees below 0. We write that as negative 2 degrees. The negative sign is for below. We take 0 as the mid value, and anything greater than 0 we take it as positive, anything less than 0 is negative. So 2 degrees below 0 is minus 2 degrees. Now this is one example, and because of that minus sign, it's a directed number. It shows the direction, it goes below 0. Now a bank statement will show, suppose a bank statement shows minus $125, minus $125. Now what does that mean? The account holder has no money in his account and he is drawing from the bank. The bank is lending him $125. So this is written as minus 125. So he has overdrawn. The person has overdrawn. From his account. So that is what it is. The direct here we have given. I've given two examples where the quantity is negative. Now how will you? Now let us do some calculation with these negative numbers. Of course, positive you know. Suppose you climb a hill and you're from the surface you are about say 10 meters. You have climbed up. Then vertically, if your height is 10 meters above the surface, above the ground level, that means you have gone up by 10 meters. Your height is now positive 10 meters. Right? So positive, sometimes we write the positive sign and it is understood even if it is not written. But for negative quantities, you have to mention the minus sign has to be mentioned. Now, let us do some calculation. How will you calculate the change in temperature if the night temperature is minus 2 degrees centigrade and in the noon temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. What is the change? From negative 2 it has gone up to 17. So you can see that on the number line from minus 2 it has gone to 17. So the change is 17 minus of negative 2. That is opposite of 2, which is 19. So the change in temperature is 19 degrees centigrade. From minus 2 is gone up to 17. Now, sometimes they can ask you for the new temperature or the new quantity. So if the temperature falls by, that is, it is at minus 2 degrees and it falls by 6 degrees. Then what is the new temperature? See, in the previous case, I asked you for the change in temperature. Here I am asking you for the new temperature. So what does it mean? So from minus 2, it goes down by another 6. So minus 2, you further go down minus 6. So it is now minus 8 degrees centigrade. Now the new temperature, if the temperature is minus 12 and it rises by minus 12. Now the temperature is, this is another example, the temperature is minus 12 degrees centigrade and it rises by another 12 degrees centigrade. Remember, I have not put any sign here, which means it's positive. It rises by 12 degrees centigrade. What is the new temperature? What do you think it is? Minus 12 added to positive 12 gives you 0. So the temperature is 0 degrees centigrade. Okay. Now we were only dealing with temperatures all this while. Now we'll go to a different situation. A diver, he goes into the ocean and to do some investigation. Say a diver is below the surface of water and his position is, the diver's position is initially 15 meters below the surface of water. So I write it as negative 15 meters. So here we are using directed numbers. You will notice that he dives down he dives down by 6 meters and again rises, and after that he rises by 4 meters. What is his position now? With reference to the surface of water, what is his position? So how do you calculate that? Minus 15 meters, he goes a further 6 meters down, so another minus 6 meters, and now he rises by 4 meters. So actually he is only going down 2 meters after that, below the minus 15. So his position is now minus 17 meters below the surface of water. So once again we have seen how directed numbers are employed in such situations, especially in these heights and then also temperatures. Now, if the speed of a car is 60 miles per hour and then it changes to 55 miles per hour, what is the change? The change you will have to write, if they ask you what is the change in speed, remember to write minus 5 miles per hour because the speed has come down. So this is another situation where directed numbers are used. Now these are nothing but your positive and negative numbers used in real life situations. Now we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division using directed numbers. And you have done this already, but yeah, multiplication, we'll just take a quick look at this multiplication and division. Now, addition of positive numbers, there is no problem. But when you want to add or subtract negative numbers, just remember this. Say if you want to add, if you want to add these two integers, say positive 14, you want to add to negative 10. Now positive means you keep the same. So from positive 10, you are only taking away. So these two signs can be combined. So for 14, positive there is no change. So you just have to write 14 minus 10 and that is just 4. Whereas if I write 14 minus 10, then what happens? This minus tells you have to do the opposite. The positive sign says keep the same. So the negative sign say do the opposite of minus 10. So it is 14 plus 10 and that gives you an answer 24. Yeah, now let us continue this with two negative numbers. Say I want to add minus 20 and minus 15. So here minus 20, this positive sign, this positive signs keep the same. So you just keep it as minus 15. So negative 20 and another going down another 15. Say like being at negative 20 meters, you're going further down by minus another 15 meters. So that gives you minus 35. So positive and negative, when they are two opposite signs, positive here and close to it you have a negative, that combines as negative sign. Remember that. And when you have two same signs, minus and minus, it changes to positive because you're just doing the opposite of negative. Now, same way for multiplication, let us see what happens to multiplication. If I say 3 times negative 4, it means I'm adding negative 4 3 times, which is negative 12. But what about negative 3 times negative 4? You're adding negative 4 3 times, but in the opposite direction. You're going in the reverse. So instead of minus 12, you will now get positive 12. Now you can come up with the rule. When you're multiplying two integers of the same sign, the result, the product is positive. But when you're multiplying two integers with opposite signs, the sign is negative. So remember this, we'll be doing more of this later on. So this is just a quick glance. And the same rule applies for division as well. Now we will do one small exercise using this directed numbers. Now I'm going to give you a page of the passbook, the bank passbook of a certain person, of some individual, and there will be missing quantities which you will have to fill up. So fill in the missing quantities in this passbook. Okay, so be ready. Now first column will always give you the date. Those who have seen this passbook, you will know. Then the next one will say debit or your withdrawals. What has been taken out from your account. So withdrawals I'll write. And then you have credit, what is being deposited into your account. So that is deposits. And the last column will give you what is there in your account balance. Okay, now these are all in dollars, so I will not be mentioning this dollars every time. So we'll the first entry say 27. The balance was you have in your account there is a balance of $450. Then fourth, there is a withdrawal 87, $85 say. Yeah. On the fourth, you are withdrawing. So somebody has withdrawn from your account $85. You have given permission to withdraw. So what would be your balance? You will subtract 450 minus 85. So what would be this answer here? 450 minus 85, 365. So this was the first blank that you need to fill up. Next. On the 6th, again $112 has been withdrawn. So what would be the balance? Again you have to subtract from 365 minus 112, and that happens to be 253. That's what you are left with in your account on the 6th. Now on the 8th, what happens on the 8th? You have put some $55 have been credited into your account. Somebody has paid or you have paid yourself. So now what would be? You will add 253 plus 55, and that is 308. Next. On the 10th, two more entries we will see. On the 10th, another 102 has been credited in your account, and now your balance is $410. 308 plus 102. It's very simple to understand, isn't it? And then on the 12th will be your last thing that in this page, and 260 has been withdrawn. So 410 minus 260, the final entry now is $150. So on the 12th of July, the balance in your account is 150. Yeah.